Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Thank you for your time. We are announcing you that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are going to meet again for the talks about peace in Ukraine in Budapest, in Hungary. So the meeting has yet been set yet, but Donald Trump today had a call with Vladimir Putin, and they had a lengthy call, and as it seems, they have agreed to meet again. So when Russian diplomats and the USA diplomats will meet, that's when they're going to set the date, and then we'll know when the meeting is going to take place. But the meeting has already been agreed, and this meeting is about the war in Ukraine, about ending the war in Ukraine, because Donald Trump is suggesting that this war is killing a lot of people, a war that was not supposed to happen, but unfortunately it is killing millions of people. He is saying that the war has to stop. This comes as there are discussions about sending Tomahawks or long-range missiles to Ukraine to uh, strike deep into Russian territory. So Donald Trump said this was a way of pressuring Putin to come to the table of negotiations. But as they have had a call today, we expect that this meeting is going to take place, and then they will discuss, and maybe they will bring an end to this war. The last time they met, it was in Alaska, here in North America, especially in Alaska, and they discussed. They had a meeting that was that Vladimir Putin and Trump described as productive. Unfortunately, we didn't see peace yet, but that meeting was good, and it happened. And Vladimir Putin flew to Alaska that time, and then after that, what they discussed at that time, they proposed to Putin to meet with Vladimir Zelensky. And when Vladimir Putin went back to Moscow, he had a meeting in China with Asian leaders and many other world leaders who were attending the 80th China military parade, victory parade, and then the SCO summit. This meeting after that, Vladimir Putin proposed Vladimir Zelensky to come to Moscow in order to talk with Vladimir Putin about peace. Experts warned Vladimir Zelensky that if he goes to Moscow, that will be his death. So he didn't go to Moscow. Then he stopped that journey. He said, if we want to meet with Vladimir Putin, we should go to it's like a zone which is neutral zone. So that's what Vladimir Zelensky proposed. And as soon as they found that that was a tactic for Vladimir Putin not meeting with Zelensky, because Zelensky can't visit Moscow, so they fear that something bad might happen to him if he goes to Moscow. So that's what is happening around the world. So the meeting is agreed in Budapest, in Hungary, where with Viktor Orban, the man who is in the EU but also plays uh, both in both camps between the West and Russia. He's the friend of Vladimir Putin, Mr. Orban, and he's the one who's going to be the host of this meeting, going to be in Europe. We don't know the date yet, but he's coming. So that's what we had for this wonderful call between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. You know, there have been discussions about tariffs on China and India, who are purchasing Russian oil because they think that it is the oil which is funding the war in Ukraine, which is helping Russia to fund this war in Ukraine. So they are saying that they are going to put sanctions on both India and China. But India has already got 50% tariffs on its side because of purchasing cheap Russian oil, which is helping Russia to fund the war, to keep fighting with the Ukrainians. So with China yet, we don't know yet, because China was they had been also discussing about carrying the rare earth minerals, because China controls the majority of those minerals. And if the United States does something which China doesn't like, they can do something about those minerals. So we are going to see what is going to happen next week, and maybe that's when we're going to get the final words and the final approval of these meetings. Because if the war in Ukraine ends, then we can see the business between the West and Russia again start up. So that's what we have for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time.